people like you, Maciej Baranowski.
It's Blue Monday, not the best day of the year. And very often, we feel lonely, want to make friends, make connections, advance at our workplace. But for some reason, it didn't go so well. How can we actually work on that? I used to be this person who came to the new city and knew nothing about the city, about the people, and how to make them like you. So as a young student, a little bit lost, I needed to find my way to make new friends. Happily, I found a book written by Dale Carnegie, How to Win Friends and Influence People. Of course, in a positive way. So today, you will learn how to make people like you. First of all, smile. It's simple. You can say it's cliche, but if you smile to others during conversations, it really makes a difference. For example, imagine people lining up to a doctor. Nobody's smiling, everybody's stressed, confused, a little bit angry, and then one person smiles. What happens? The other can get engaged into a conversation, and all the line starts talking. The time flies faster. The atmosphere is no longer tense, and it really makes a difference. What happens if we don't smile? The ancient Chinese had a beautiful proverb. If you don't smile, you cannot open the shop. Why? Because by sharing positive energy, we can actually do business, make transactions, persuade people. So even many years ago, thousands of years ago, people already knew it. That one smile, which lasts for a few seconds, can be remembered by somebody for good. So let's smile. But it's not about smile only. It's also very important to remember about one significant thing which will make people like you. Is to listen attentively. What other people tell you. Why is it important? I will never forget one conversation I read in the book by Dale Carnegie. He had the pleasure to talk to some kind of botanist, a guy who was fascinated by flowers, by different sorts of flora. And when they met at the party by accident, the botanist kept talking about it. But Dale was only listening. He didn't say a word. After the very same conversation, the botanist told him, "You were such a great interlocutor." But Dale was surprised. Me? I barely said a word. How can I be a great interlocutor? And the botanist told him, "No, you were listening to me." And this is the most important, to show genuine interest. Nodding your head, like our Emily here, it's showing that you listen to what the speaker is actually telling. What happens if we don't listen? I remember a conversation with my friends, and it happened like a few weeks ago when I came back from Italy. I wanted to share with her my story because I was really excited about the trip. But she heard the word Italy, and she started her own story. She went on for 45 minutes, and I said nothing. And I didn't even know how to cut in, because he kept going and going. And when I finally thought she finished, she started over again. And it kept going. Did I feel appreciated? Not really. So, appreciation. Last but not least, the most important needs of a human being as stated by the professor of Michigan University, John Dewey, is to show somebody respect and appreciation. In other words, that the other person is important. How can we make it? Imagine, you're actually in the line at a cinema. You can see a young girl earning some money for study who has served like even 1,000 clients a week. She's a little bit tired. But people are not always sympathetic, nice to her. But you approached the counter and you smiled to her. She gave you great discount and you thanked her for help, for professionalism, and you say her name. Thank you so much, Annie. And believe me, that ever since she feels respected and appreciated. One simple compliment, like you did your job great, can really brighten up somebody's day. And that's why it makes such a difference. Now, on the other hand, imagine a company worker who has been working really hard for a year, doing overtime, helping other colleagues. And after a few years, he didn't say a word of appreciation. How does he or she feel? Not really good. So this is how important it is to remind your colleagues that you really value their work. And you will definitely win their respect. Today, you have learned 3 aspects and tips how to make people like you. First of all, the smile. Second of all, listening attentively and actively. And last but not least, making people feel valued, respected, and appreciated. So let's all today make some challenge. Smile, listen, and be thankful to your colleagues, friends, and significant other, and see how magic happens.